What's going on, y'all? It's TKJ. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. Today I'm doing a realistic rebuild of the New Orleans Pelicans, whose season just ended with a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder in the play-in. The goal is to win a championship within the first 3 seasons. If I can't do it during that time, then the video won't end until eventually I do. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. 80% of y'all watching these videos are not subscribed, so if y'all could hit that button, it really mean a lot to me, man, as I continue to try to grow this channel. But without any further ado, it's time to get into this video.
Let's get it.
So it really seemed like it was just one setback after the other for the Pelicans this season. Brandon Ingram missed a significant amount of time. Zion Williamson also missed a lot of time and was actually healthy for this play-in, but decided not to suit up because he wasn't feeling like himself. Again, just one thing after another, man. Super unfortunate because when this team was healthy at the beginning of the year, they were one of the top teams in the Western Conference, and yet here they are losing in the play-in to a red-hot Thunder team. So let's go and take a very quick look at the roster here, see what this squad is looking like. CJ McCollum is the starting point guard. This is a guy who's 31 years old and still has another 3 years on his deal after this season. Yeah, man, I don't think that contract is going to age well at all. Even with it being a regressing deal, he's going to be making a little bit over 30 M's at the age of 34. And if I had to guess, he's probably going to start regressing this offseason. So, yeah, not really sure what I want to do with CJ McCollum. He's not going to have a whole lot of trade value. Still, though, he is a bucket. I'll give him that. 21 points, 6 assists, shooting the ball really well from behind the arc. But yeah, we're just going to have to see what the market is for him if we do want to end up making that move. At the 2, we got Herb Jones. This is somebody who is a 24-year-old second round pick, and they have really gotten a lot out of him. He is definitely limited offensively, as you can see here, below league average from deep. For his 2 seasons. But at the end of the day, man, it's the defense that is Herb's biggest strength. He's somebody who can defend multiple positions, man. And if his offensive game does come along, then that would definitely make this rebuild a lot easier, especially because we have him on a good deal for next season, a team option for just under 2 M's. And then I think the year after that, we'd be able to get him on a qualifying offer. So yeah, man, the only situation where I think I would trade Herb Jones is if I want to make a move for like another star. He might be somebody who would get thrown into the deal. I'm going to try to avoid it because I really do like him. But at the end of the day, man, nothing is off the table because we definitely need to make some moves here. I just don't know what those moves are going to be quite yet. At the 3, we got Brandon Ingram. He is 25 years old and is definitely a proven scorer, man. 25 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, shooting the ball really well this season, especially from deep. The only problem is just he hasn't been able to stay healthy really for the past 2 seasons. 45 games this year, 55 games the year before that. But when he's healthy, I mean, there's not a whole lot of complaints he could have about his game. So even if I were to trade for like a major star, Brandon Ingram is definitely somebody I'm going to try to keep. I'm trading for a star because I want to pair him up with Brandon Ingram and also Zion Williamson. And speaking of Zion, he's right here, 22 years old. Another guy who just has not been able to stay healthy, man. As we go ahead and take a look at this over here, 29 games this season. The year before that was actually a step in the right direction, 61. And then the year before that, 24 games. Now this was his rookie year. He got hurt really early in the season, and understandably they weren't playing for anything, so they went ahead and played it safe. So I really can't blame him too much for that. But yeah, this season has been tough. 29 games, man. And like I mentioned, he was healthy for this play-in, but just didn't suit up because he said he wasn't feeling like himself. Obviously, I don't want to downplay any sort of like mental health type of stuff because that's obviously very important. But as a GM, that definitely is concerning. You know, there's some people who have brought up comparisons to like Ben Simmons, which I think is very premature. But hopefully it doesn't get to that point, man, because at the end of the day, the Pelicans are at their best when Zion Williamson is playing, man. Look at the stats. 26 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, ultra efficient, obviously because he's mostly scoring down low. However, in a small sample size, he shot 36.8% from deep this year, above league average, which is also really good. So yeah, man, Zion is definitely somebody who I want to keep. Some people think he should be traded, but man, I just think there's way too much potential to move on from him. So I'm pretty sure we're going to hold on to him for this whole rebuild. At the 5, we got Jonas Valanciunas, who last season really established himself as probably the most underrated center in the league. 18 points, 11 rebounds. He was shooting above league average from deep. He's taken a little bit of a step back this year, which is understandable. He's getting older, 30 years old, and still the counting stats are looking pretty good. 14 points, 10 rebounds, still shooting about league average, just a smidge below it. And actually, he has been really durable, especially for one of their older guys. 79 games this season. Yeah, man, I think Val is a really good option. My only concern is he's going to start to regress. Probably starting this offseason. So next season is going to be the last year of his deal. So we'll just have to see what his overall is looking like. because I would love to bring him back, but if he is regressing, then we probably will have to move on from him. Off the bench, we got Trey Murphy, 17th overall pick. Yeah, 17th overall pick here in 2021, and on an absolute steal of a deal, man. Yeah, that is somebody who is going to continue to progress without a doubt. I really like me some Trey Murphy, man. 15 points, 4 rebounds. Both of those are career highs this season. Shooting above league average from deep. I mean, 40.6%, man. He can play the 4. He can play the 3. He can do a little bit of everything, man. The defense is solid as well. Similar to Herb Jones, the only situation where I would trade Trey Murphy is if I need to put him into a trade for like a superstar. But if I can keep him, then I definitely will. We also got Larry Nance Jr., just a really solid role player. Stats aren't really going to show his full impact, but he's an energy guy. You can use him for a small ball 5, which is also very valuable. So, and he's got 2 years left on his deal after this season. So I think he's going to be safe at least short term, just because he's a nice role player. But if he has to get thrown into a trade for like salary filler, then I'll definitely do that, man. I will not hesitate to trade most of these guys away. Jose Alvarado, another guy who I definitely like, 25 years old, undrafted. Really cool story how he's managed to carve out a role with this team. Just as a gritty defender, man. The rest of the offensive game still coming along, not very efficient from the floor and from deep. But man, that contract is it's hard to beat. As we take a look at this, he's got the next 2 seasons on team options, and it's under 2 M's per year. We're not going to find a better budget deal for a backup point guard than Jose Alvarado. So I'd imagine it'd be pretty hard to replace him and upgrade him. So I think he's going to be safe at least short term. Then we got Willy Hernangomez, who actually the advanced stats love some Willy Hernangomez, man. The per 36, I should say. 21 points, 14 rebounds, not really shooting the ball very well from deep. He never has been that type of guy, with the exception of 1 year in 2018, 2019. But yeah, just an efficient scorer, man. Doesn't get the most minutes. As you can see here, these are his actual stats. What's he averaging? Yeah, 12 minutes per game. But when he's on the floor, he's definitely nice. Next year will be the last year of his deal. I'd love to keep him. But if he does regress, he's 28 years old. Then we'll probably have to move on from him. And if we do move on from Willie, then Jackson Hayes will probably be our backup center. He's listed as a power forward here, but I don't really trust like the perimeter defense. I definitely don't trust his offensive game to be able to space the floor. So yeah, he's really better off at the 5. He's just an athletic guy, a good rim runner. But like I said, the offensive game still very much coming along. And this year, he actually took a dip in his points per game, a career low, 5 of them things. Yeah, not shooting the ball as efficiently, nearly as efficiently as before. And of course, that 3-point shot, not really there either, just 10.3%, man. I like me some Jackson Hayes because he played at Texas. I graduated from Texas. He would just really benefit from a change of scenery. I think that's probably what's best for him. Now, with that being said, I'm not just going to give him away for nothing. I'm definitely going to test the market. He doesn't really have much trade value, but we'll just see what's out there, man. I'm definitely not going to let him walk away just for the low. So we also have Najee Marshall here in the mix. This is a guy who really caught fire like midway through the season, kind of cooled off. But still, these are good stats for him. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Didn't shoot the 3 ball too well, but that's fine. Undrafted guy, 25 years old. Don't really know what his ceiling is. I can't imagine it's too high. So we will bring him back for next season. But after that, I doubt he's going to be a part of our long-term plans. Not even in the rotation right now. Then we also have Josh Richardson, a 3-and-D guy. Got him from San Antonio. He's somebody who can shoot the 3 ball really well. 36.5% this season, but 41.5% last year. There's always going to be value for 3-and-D wings. However, at 29 years old, 75 overall, if he starts to regress anymore, then it's going to get harder and harder to find a team that wants to take on his contract. What we'll probably end up doing is just re-sign him and then trade him away, kind of like a sign and trade. Is what we probably end up doing here. Then we also have Dyson Daniels, the 8th overall pick in 2022. Really unfortunate, got hurt super early in the year, so it's hard to really form an opinion on him because it's such a small sample size as we take a look at his stats over here. Yeah, man, not much, 18 minutes per game, so nothing crazy. But he's still a 6'7" guard, 20 years old, who played well with the G League Ignite. The hope is that his offensive game will come along because as you can see, it's not great. But he's already a good defender, obviously using that size. So yeah, man, I like me some Dyson Daniels, but if I do end up making a trade for a superstar, I probably would be willing to throw him in. We'll just have to see what that looks like. Then we also got Garrett Temple here as well. Somebody who I am familiar with because I did a video where I turned the worst players in the NBA into a championship team. I determined the worst players by using an advanced stat on Crafted NBA. The video should be popping up here, but yeah, Garrett Temple apparently is the 2nd worst player in the league this season, and the worst player was Blake Wesley, who's a rookie, so I don't even know if you want to count that. Garrett Temple is 36 years old, not in the rotation. I think he'll end up retiring this season, and even if he doesn't, we've got a team option. I doubt we'll bring him back. And then the last guy is Kira Lewis Jr., somebody who had all the opportunity in the world when Lonzo Ball left, but wasn't really able to do much with it. So super unfortunate. 22 years old. He's going to have to progress just outside the rotation. If there's something there, cool. But if not, then I'm definitely fine with letting him go. But yeah, man, that is a look at the team. Let's go ahead and take a look at our 3-year game plan, which will begin next season because obviously this year is over, so we can't do anything. But for season number 1, it's very simple. I want to trade some of our picks and form a big 3. We have a lot of draft capital, man, which I will show you guys later here in the offseason. But yeah, we've got a lot of picks here, and we don't really need all of them because we're trying to be competitive. So if we can package that with some of our young players, whether that's Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Dyson Daniels, something, I think we can package all of that and potentially get the third person in that big 3 to go alongside Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. That's the hope, man. Honestly, I haven't thought about who that guy will be, but we should have options because if there is a team looking to move on from one of their superstars, there aren't many teams in the league that can put together as good of a package as the New Orleans Pelicans. So you best believe I'm going to try to do that. For season number 2, I really want to upgrade either our starting point guard or center. That superstar player that I trade for will be one of those positions. And then for season number 2, I'll fill the other one. I am limiting myself to 3 trades per season, 2 trades per off season, just to keep it realistic here. So I can't do a whole lot, but that's the main goal for season number 2, is I pretty much just want to complete the starting 5. And then for season number 3, it's kind of the same as it always is. Buy if competitive. If we're knocking on the door, trying to win a championship, then I'll definitely make a move to kind of put us over the top. So yeah, man, that is a look at our 3-year game plan. Let's not waste any more time. We are going to simulate the playoffs here. Obviously, I don't really care how this goes because we have been eliminated. So it is the Denver Nuggets and the Philadelphia 76ers. Who's going to win it? Give me the Sixers in 6 here. And it's exactly the 76ers in 6. That's funny. Joel Embiid, Finals MVP. Shout out to him, man. So Garrett Temple is trying to retire after all. We're definitely fine with that. Let's go ahead and move on to the draft lottery, man. Where we should have a pick right outside of the lottery or right at the end of it. Yeah, 14. Okay, so we have a 1% chance here. How's that going to play out? And we are 14. Okay, I'm not mad at it, man. I'm definitely not mad at it. In fact, I'm ready to trade that pick right now. I've got something in mind. Let me go ahead and show you guys. So I said I wanted to form a big 3 in New Orleans. Trae Young, man, that is the guy that I want to get onto this team. I know the Hawks are in the playoffs. They're going to be the 7th seed, but without a doubt, this is still a disappointing season because they traded 3 unprotected first-round picks for DeJounte Murray. That's a move you do if you feel like you can really compete for a championship, and obviously they are nowhere close to that. There was even a report that came out recently that said the GM for the Hawks has gotten the green light to listen to trade offers for Trae Young, and you best believe we're going to be calling their phone, man. I'm going to give them CJ McCollum. I'm also going to try to give them a nice young guard here in Dyson Daniels. I'll even give them 2 first-round picks. We'll give them our pick for this year, number 14, and then we'll also give them a pick for next year, which is going to be that Lakers one. And yeah, man, like I said, we have plenty of draft capital, so I'm totally fine with doing this move. And at the end of the day, I think this is a pretty good package if the Atlanta Hawks decided they want to move on from Trae Young. Let me go ahead and explain it here. So the Hawks have no interest in being a tanking team because they don't have their own picks and they're unprotected. So at the end of the day, that does them no good. CJ McCollum is somebody who can come in right now and help them still remain competitive. Obviously, it's going to be a step down from Trae Young, but he's still a nice player here who can put the ball through the hoop, and I think would be a nice pairing with DeJounte Murray. Then you're also getting a young guard for the future here in Dyson Daniels, 20 years old. Don't really judge this season because, like I said, he barely played. And yeah, man, good size in the backcourt, played really well with the Ignite. Offensive game still coming along, but there's a lot of potential there. And then on top of that, you're also getting 2 first-round picks, which is big because going back to that DeJounte Murray trade, they're really limited in terms of their draft capital. This will help them out. It helps them kind of recoup their losses a little bit and also gives them some more flexibility to where they can make some moves with these picks if they want to. So I really think that you're getting a little bit of everything with this trade package. I know that Hawks fans aren't going to want to get rid of Trae Young, but if it does come down to that, I think it'd be hard to beat something like this, man. So let's go ahead and see if they will accept this trade, and they will. Trae Young, welcome to the team. And take a look at this starting lineup. We're going to have Trae Young. We're going to have Herb Jones, who will really do a good job picking up the slack defensively for Trae Young in the backcourt. Then we're going to have Brandon Ingram. We're going to have Zion Williamson, and we'll have Jonas Valanciunas. That is a starting 5 that can compete for a championship, man. So I'm really excited about that. So now we're here with team/player options. We're going to accept all of these here except for EJ Liddell, 67 overall, 22 years old, and he's heated already. I'm sorry, man, but you're a former 2nd round pick. Like, you shouldn't be having an attitude right now for not playing. I'm guessing that's the reason for it, right? Feeling heated about how things are going around here, well then don't come back. Simple as that. We're also going to extend a qualifying offer to Jackson Hayes. Again, I don't think he's going to fit with us long term, but I'm definitely not going to let him walk away for nothing. That is for sure. So we really don't have to bring anybody back here for free agency. I'm just looking for like a mid-level exception. I think the Bruce Brown might be a nice addition. It's kind of like a backup shooting guard, backup small forward for us. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. A 2-year deal for about 6.5. Can we go ahead and just do that here? Looks like we can. Okay, cool. So the Boston Celtics are trying to get Jackson Hayes on a 2-year, $22 million deal. Just a little bit over that. We are going to match it. Like I said, he's not going to be a part of the future plans, but I'm not going to let him walk for nothing, man. We have the money, so we might as well match it, and we'll just flip him later. A look at player progression. Zion Williamson is up 2 to a 94. That's nice. Trae Young up 3 to a 92. So now we have 2 guys in the 90 club. Really good stuff there. Brandon Ingram up 1 to an 88. Herb Jones up 2 to an 81. Valanciunas down 2 to an 81. Kind of expecting that. He's 31 years old, so it is what it is. Trey Murphy staying put. That's disappointing. Same for Jose Alvarado. We also got Willie Hernangomez up 1, so nothing crazy. Jackson Hayes up 2 to a 77. That should make it easier to trade him. And Kira Lewis Jr. also up 2 to a 75. So yeah, man, we got mostly green arrows here. Not a whole lot, but at the end of the day, man, this big 3 right here, yeah, it's about to be nasty, man. Let's go ahead and get started with season number 1, man. I'm really excited. So I was going to trade Jackson Hayes, but honestly, man, if he's on a 2-year deal, I might as well just let him progress 1 more year, and he'll have even more trade value then. So I'm going to hold on to him here, and I'm even going to give him some minutes instead of Willie Hernangomez, just because I want to see what's here with Jackson. Maybe we keep him at the end of the day. You know, all he needs is an opportunity, so we are going to give him a little bit of that, and if it doesn't work out, then yeah, we'll definitely trade him next season. But other than that, man, I don't really think there's any changes that need to be made. Like, I think we're solid. We have Trae Young, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, and Jonas Valanciunas. I think this is a really nice starting 5. Off the bench, we got Trey Murphy, Larry Nance Jr., Jose Alvarado, Jackson Hayes, and Bruce Brown, man. This team is nice, man. We can definitely compete for a championship. So let's go ahead and see how we do, man. We're going to simulate this season and see how it plays out. All right, guys, I didn't see our record, but honestly, it doesn't matter. All I need to see is Trae Young has won MVP. Shout out to him. 27 points, 3 rebounds, 13 assists. We love to see it, man. Shooting 44.3% from deep. I already felt really good about this team. I feel even better now, man. That is for sure. Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year on the Spurs. Jordan Poole, 6th man. Okay, is there anything else here for us? Willie Green, man, Coach of the Year, 66 and 16. That's a really good season. Jacob Park, not our exec, so we didn't get exec of the year, which is a little weird, man. We pulled off a Trae Young deal, and he came out here and won MVP. We should get exec of the year. But either way, Trae Young, All-NBA first team, of course. Any other love here? Let's go ahead and find out. I don't think we're going to get anything else here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but that's totally fine, man. We are the top team in the Western Conference. I'm guessing the top team in the league, right? Yeah, okay. Our best competition was the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. So same starting lineup. I don't know why I read all of that out, but they did get Josh Hart, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and take a very quick look at the stats now. Just see what it's looking like. We already saw Trae Young stats here, but what about the rest of the boys? Zion Williamson, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 71% from the floor, man. I know it's not really from deep. Yeah, he didn't attempt any or didn't make any. I don't know what it is, but yeah, he knows his game, man. He gets to the rim, and I can't be mad at it. Brandon Ingram, 20 points. We round up around here. 4 rebounds, 5 assists. That's nice to see. Shot that ball ridiculously well, man. I thought Trae Young was shooting that thing. 46.1% on half as many attempts as Trae Young, but still, that's really nice. Another 40% shooter from deep in Trey Murphy. Yeah, man, we got those shooters. Trey Murphy off the bench, 12 points. We love to see it. I said I wanted to find a way to keep him. I did, and I'm really happy about it. 11 and 9 for Valanciunas. That's also really nice. Yeah, I feel really good, man. Jackson Hayes even 7 points, 4 rebounds. What did he end up doing in terms of the per 36? We gave him some opportunity, man, and he had one of his best years, actually his best season in terms of per 36. Still not shooting the ball very well from deep, but that's totally fine. It's just not his game, man. Yeah, I feel really good about this team. Let's go ahead and simulate the play-in. We're going up against the Houston Rockets. Okay, a team that I thought would be rebuilding, and yet here they are in the playoffs. Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Kyle Kuzma now in the mix, Jabari Smith Jr., and DeAndre Ayton. I don't understand that at all, but I guess he's here. Yeah, that's a really solid team, man. But I think we're better. We should beat them in like 5 or 6, right? We're up 2-0 right now. 3-0. Okay. Clean sweep, man. All right, we will definitely take it. Now we're going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Who do they have on the squad? John Morant, Desmond Bane, Harrison Barnes now in the mix. I really like that addition. Not sure if Dylan Brooks is still here or not. Jaren Jackson Jr. and Xavier Tillman. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into this one as well. We're going to take this game by game as we win the first one. Up 2-0, up 3-0. Oh, we're just clean sweeping everybody, bro. Honestly, I think we can win it all this year. I really do. I don't want to jinx it as we're going up against the Golden State Warriors. Yeah, same team here. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga now starting instead of Draymond Green. I don't know if Dre's still there or not. And then also Kevon Looney. All right, let's go ahead and take this one game by game as well as we lose our first game. Okay, 1-1. Way to bounce back, boys. Still haven't shortened the rotation just yet. If I can get away with it, I will, and I can. A gentleman sweep of the Warriors, and here we are in the NBA Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I'm going to shorten this rotation right now because I'm not going to risk it, man. We are right here knocking on the door of winning a championship in year 1. Yeah, best believe I'm going to get sweaty here as we are going to lower these minutes for Bruce Brown. I like him, man, but I need some more minutes for, let's say, Brandon Ingram. I definitely need some more. For some of these other guys here, like Zion Williamson needs to get up there. That's like top priority. What else can I do here, man? I guess like Larry Nance Jr., we don't need as many minutes. Alvarado, we can lower that as well. Bruce Brown, they're really high on Bruce Brown. I like him, but we're definitely going to lower that because, yeah, I need these guys in like the 40 range, man. Honestly, as we're going to do it like that here. I guess that's the plan. Yeah. All right, man, let's go ahead and take this game by game. Can we beat the Cavs? Let me go ahead and just show the lineup real quick. Same one. We already did that earlier. All right, game by game, man. Let's get into this thing here as we lose the first game. Okay, 1-1. Let's go. 2-1. Okay. 3-1. Okay. New Orleans. Let's go, man. We have won a championship in our first year, and it's Brandon Ingram winning finals MVP. 29 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. Shot that ball 48.6% from deep. I love it, man. I love it. We made the big move. We brought in Trae Young, formed the big 3, and it's already paying off, man. You love to see it. And you also love to see that we have some draft picks, man. We have the 13th overall pick here in this year's draft. It's from Milwaukee, from that Drew Holiday trade, which seems like forever ago. But yeah, still benefiting from that. That's really nice. And then, of course, we also have our own pick, number 30, since we won it all. So, yeah, man, let's go ahead and go over to the draft and just see what it's looking like. All right, guys, so I was going to trade our 13th overall pick, but there's this guy here, Dave Conley. Obviously, these are all auto-generated. And he should have gone a lot higher. Some people were saying as high as 2nd overall. He's 20 years old, out of LSU, and his ceiling, man, all NBA potential. I definitely like that. Floor is a starter, but that's totally fine. I think we're going to go with the man. Shooting guard, small forward. We could use some help at shooting guard because right now Bruce Brown is kind of just like a placeholder. No disrespect. But yeah, we're going to go with Dave Conley, man. Let's make that selection. And it really wasn't much when I tried to shop around the 30th overall pick. No surprise, there's not a whole lot of value for it. But this guy actually could be sneaky good, man. Taylor Matthews is 19 years old, a 6'4" point guard / shooting guard. Also a guy with all NBA potential, man. Could be Dante Exum, a bench player. But yeah, with the 30th overall pick in the draft, I will definitely take that risk. Let's go ahead and bring him onto the team. We're also going to extend the qualifying offer to both Herb Jones and Kira Lewis Jr. Now a 76 overall, might even progress some more. So maybe there's something there with them. We're definitely going to extend that qualifying. And it looks like the only free agent we need to bring back is Jonas Valanciunas, 82 overall, 32 years old, man. So I am going to limit this to like a 2-year deal. And we're going to try to make this like probably 10.5. I think is what we'll end up doing. Yeah, man, if we didn't win a championship, I probably would have tried to upgrade Jonas Valanciunas, try to trade for somebody better. But at the end of the day, we won a championship. So if he doesn't regress too much, we're definitely just going to run it back with him as our starting center. But I think that's it. That's all that we have to do. Let's go ahead and check out player progression now. So Zion went up 1 to a 95. That's nice to see. Trae Young stays put. Little disappointing, but 92 overall. Can't be mad about it. Brandon Ingram also stays put at an 88. Herb Jones up 1 to an 82. Trey Murphy up 1 to an 81. Valanciunas now a 79, man. I think we need to upgrade and get a starting center that can replace him. We'll probably look to keep Valanciunas just as our backup center because also Larry Nance Jr., who is our backup 5, is regressing as well. So yeah, I think that's probably the best move, is just have Val transition to the bench, and hopefully we can get a better starter. Then we also have Jose Alvarado and Jackson Hayes, both of them 1-up-1 to a 77. Bruce Brown stays put. Larry Nance, like we said, down 1, and then Kira Lewis Jr. up 1 to a 76. Alrighty, man, let's go to move on to season number 2, where, yeah, we're probably going to upgrade the 5, and that's about it, man. We don't need to do a whole lot. Let's try to go back to back. So I think the guy I want to go after is Miles Turner on the Indiana Pacers, who no longer have Tyrese Halliburton, by the way. So they were already hitting the reset button. They're definitely doing it even more now that Tyrese is gone. And yeah, they don't really even need Miles Turner because they also have Jalen Duren, Isaiah Jackson. So yeah, they do not need Miles, that is for sure. We're going to try to snag him, man. He's making about 20 M's, just a little bit underneath that. We will give you guys Larry Nance Jr. because Val will be our backup center now, so I'm fine with losing out on Larry Nance. And then what else can we give them, man? I guess we can also give them like Kira Lewis Jr., 23-year-old guard, you know, so they're getting somebody young in the backcourt because they lost Tyrese. And then we'll also give them a first-round pick here. We'll make it our own because we're going to compete for a championship again. So I'm totally fine with losing that. Is this going to be enough to get this trade done? Kira Lewis Jr. declines to waive his no-trade clause. Are you serious? I didn't even know he had that, man. That actually makes it a little bit more tough. I'm not going to lie to you. Like Bruce Brown, man, I really don't want to trade him because he was actually pretty important. But at the end of the day, a starting center is more important than a backup shooting guard. So I'm fine with doing this. Can we get this deal done? They're saying no, bro. Like another pick? Let me think, man. We don't really need either of our picks for this year. We have 2 of them in this upcoming draft. We don't need either of them, man. The Bucks pick, you guys can miss me with that as well. Like, we're competing for a title, man. We don't need these young players. We already have, like, how many of them do we have now from the past draft? We've got, we've got a couple. We got 2 of them that we just don't need. They're not even getting minutes. So we definitely don't need to bring in 2 more. I'm fine with doing this trade, man. Can we get this thing done here? And we can. Miles Turner, welcome to the team. Now we just need a backup shooting guard. And hey, man, we're bringing Victor Oladipo back to the Pacers. You can even see there on his profile photo, that's from when he was with Indiana. Went to Indiana in college as well. Let's go ahead and make this happen, man. We're going to go ahead and do this deal here. Just a 1-year deal. He's 32 years old, so I don't want to lock him up for too many years. A veteran minimum, that sounds perfect to me, man. And that's all there is to it, man. Trae Young, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, and Miles Turner. I think that starting lineup is perfect, man. There's not a single thing that I would change there. Off the bench, we have Trey Murphy. We got Jonas Valanciunas now, one of the best backup centers in the league, I would imagine. Jackson Hayes, a little bit weird because he's our backup power forward, but it is what it is. Jose Alvarado, and then we also have Victor Oladipo. So yeah, man, we should be able to compete for a championship once again. Let's go ahead and sim this regular season and just see how it plays out. Call that man, 2-time Trae Young wins MVP once again. 30 points, 13 assists, doing his thing, man. Yeah, I'm guessing we were dominant. I didn't check our record, but I'm expecting some good things here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of these awards. None of this here really concerns us. Let's go ahead and see. Willie Green, 69 and 13, man. We are hooping, and we're still not getting exec of the year. Come on, man. They're just hating at this point. But yeah, Trae Young, all NBA first team. Super cool to see. Let's go ahead and see. Did we get anything else here? Not really expecting us to. Maybe Miles Turner on a defensive team. That's kind of what I was thinking, but we didn't get it. Yeah, man, I'm not too mad at it because at the end of the day, we are the #1 team in the Western Conference once again and the favorites to repeat here. 69 wins. Our best competition was in our conference, the Houston Rockets. Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Kyle Kuzma, Jabari Smith Jr., and DeAndre Ayton with Alperen Sengun off the bench. That's a wild team, bro. All right, let's go ahead and take a very quick look at the stats here just for those who are interested. We already saw Trae Young stats. Zion Williamson, 25 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 70% shooting from the floor, man. Didn't make a 3. That's tough, but still. Knows his game, man. I'm not mad at it. Brandon Ingram, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting the ball really efficiently from the floor, super efficiently from deep, man. This is pretty much as good of a team as I can assemble, man. I feel great about this here. As we take a look at the rest of the stats, make sure to pause it if you guys want. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into it here. We're going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Who do they have on the squad? It's John Morant, Desmond Bane, Harrison Barnes, Jaren Jackson Jr., and now Ivica Zubac is the new addition in town. All right, let's go ahead and take this thing game by game here. We lose the first game. Okay, 1-1. I was going to say, man, okay. This is going to look really bad if I'm over here talking about how we are just the overwhelming favorites and then we lose in the first round to the 8 seed. We're not going to do that, man. As they want to start Victor Oladipo, bro, stop the cap. We're not doing that, man. I like VO, don't get me wrong, but we're not doing that. And I need some more minutes for like Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson. We're already getting into try-hard mode, man, because we are not going to lose in the first round for sure. All right, let's go ahead and give some more minutes to Zion, some more minutes to BI. We need some more for MVP Trey, bro. Come on now. Let's go ahead and do one less minute here for VO. All right, cool. So that should be enough to get out this round, man. Surely, right? 3-1? Are you kidding me? What is going on here, bro? Like who's beating us? That's what I want to know here. Is it Desmond Bane? Is he the one killing us? 28 points, bro. We have Herb Jones on him. I don't understand that at all. I'm going to matchups over here. I never do this, by the way. Honestly, I'm not even fully sure how to do it. But here we go. Yeah, matchups. All right. I'm just going to look silly here because I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. Take me to Desmond Bane here. Where are you at, Des? Because I am putting, let's see, Herb Jones on you, not Jose Alvarado. Where is Herb Jones over here? It should be like the top option, 91. Yeah, okay. We got to do that, man. I would think that's the guy who should be guarding John Morant. But apparently Desmond Bane is just destroying us, man. What about John Morant? What is he doing? Oh, no, he's killing us too. All right. I think either way, this is not going to end well for us, which is crazy to me, bro. We're not going to lose in the first round. Surely not. What else can I do, man? Can I just give some more minutes to I think Trey Murphy needs some more minutes. Yeah, I think that's as good as it's going to get. Unless we do like this here, give a little bit more minutes like that. Yeah, man, that's about as good as it's going to get here. Let's go ahead and just simcast this thing, man. If we lose in the first round, I will be low-key devastated. I'm not going to lie to you. This has not happened to me yet on this channel where I lose to an 8 seed. And it's not going to happen just yet. All right, cool. We're still alive, 3-2 here. Let's go ahead and just go right back at it, man. Let's get back into it here as we have a back and forth first quarter. We barely lose it. Barely lose that one as well. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's not going to happen. We have lost to the 8 seed. After all of that smack talking I did, we lose in the first round, bro. Wow. I'm actually stunned right now as the Grizzlies ended up making the finals. So that makes me feel a little bit better. But not really, man, as Jaylen Brown wins finals MVP with the Toronto Raptors. That's a disappointing season, I'm not going to lie to you. So our pick ended up being 29th, but it's going to the Pacers for that Miles Turner trade. Let's go ahead and just keep it moving then, man. We're extending the qualifying offer to Herb Jones and Trey Murphy. That's an easy decision. And then we need to bring back our 2 centers, Miles Turner and Jackson Hayes. 2 Texas guys, by the way. Didn't even realize that. I probably should have. All right, Miles Turner here is the first guy. Let's go ahead and see what he wants. It's a little bit under 26. We can do that here, but I would like to save a little bit of money, man. I'm cheap. Let me go ahead and save however much I can. If I can get this thing down to a little bit under 21, that'd be great. But I'm being a little bit too picky. I'll do 21.99. We will make that a 3-year deal here. All right, cool. Now let's go ahead and try Jackson Hayes, man. What is he asking for? A little bit under 10.5. We can definitely do something close to that here. I'm going to make it about 8.99 because I'm petty. You guys already know here. 8.99, 2-year deal. Can we get this thing done? There we go. So we didn't have a whole lot of progression. Zion and Trae Young stayed put. Brandon Ingram did go up 1 to an 89. That's nice. Herb Jones up 1 to an 83. Trey Murphy up 1 to an 82. The big jump, man. Dave Conley up 4 to a 79. This is a guy who was our 13th overall pick 2 years ago. A potential. Yeah, we needed a backup shooting guard after not bringing back Victor Oladipo, or re-signing him, I should say. And it looks like this is going to be our guy. I think it's his time to finally crack the rotation. So shout out to him. We also got Jose Alvarado staying put, Jackson Hayes staying put. And then Jonas Valanciunas down 2 to a 77. We might look to replace him, man, and get a better backup center. But other than that, I think we're pretty much set. Taylor Matthews up 2 to a 72. Let's go ahead and get into this, man. We got our 3rd and final season. Can we win another championship? Let's go ahead and find out. So I think the backup center I want to get is Mitchell Robinson. Miles Turner is more of a floor spacer. Mitchell Robinson will be somebody who mostly just protects the paint. Obviously, Miles Turner can do that as well, but you guys get what I'm saying. The Nuggets definitely don't need him because they still have Nikola Jokic, and they even brought in this guy who's 21 years old, former first-round pick, and it looks like he's progressing really well, pretty much the same as Mitchell Robinson already. So I don't think they need Mitch Rob, man. Let's go ahead and try to get him here. He's making about 13 M's. They definitely don't need Valanciunas either, but we're going to give them some sort of draft capital here, which is going to be the main selling point. Let's go ahead and give them a first-round pick from the Bucks here. This should be enough to get this deal done, right? I would think so, and it is. There we go. Mitchell Robinson, welcome to the team. And that's all there is to it, man. Trae Young, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, and Miles Turner. I don't think the starting lineup needs any sort of changes. Off the bench, you got Trey Murphy, Mitchell Robinson now, Dave Conley, interested to see what he does. Then we also got Jose Alvarado and Jackson Hayes. It looks pretty good to me, man. So let's go ahead and simulate this season and see how it plays out. So Darius Garland wins MVP this time around, not Trae Young. Can't be mad at it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of this here. Did we get any sort of awards? Willie Green, once again, Coach of the Year, 63-19, man. Yeah, we should definitely be competing for a championship, and we won Exec of the Year. Oh, it's serious now. We finally got the award. All right, man. Let's go ahead and check this thing out here. Did we get Trae on any of these? Yep. All NBA 13 for Trae Young. Alrighty. Anything else here? Still no love for like Miles Turner on a defensive team, but it is what it is, man. Top team in the Western Conference once again here. I think every single season, right? I'm not sure. Biggest competition is the Los Angeles Lakers. They got Carson Wallace, Emmanuel Quickley, Jason Tatum. Okay, that must be really weird for Celtics fans to see that. Jared Vanderbilt and Anthony Davis. That's a scary team. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Let's take a very quick look at the stats, man. Trae Young, 26 points, 3 rebounds, 12 assists. Doing Trae Young things, man. 44.4% from deep is wild. But Brandon Ingram, even better, 46.5. Bro, we just have shooters. Trey Murphy up to 40%. Dave Conley doing his thing. Okay, Dave, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, doing his thing, man. I like to see it. Miles Turner shooting that thing, bro. Everybody is shooting that thing. 19 points. I'm sorry, not 19. 9 points. Let me not get ahead of myself. 6 rebounds. Yeah, man. Like, come on, bro. We should be winning a championship this year. Am I jinxing it? Probably, but we'll find out as we're going up against the Utah Jazz. They got Lonzo Ball in the mix. Interesting. Ochai Agbaji, Dylan Brooks, John Collins, and Walker Kessler. This is an interesting team without a doubt, but we're better, man. Let's go ahead and beat these boys in like 4 or 5. As we win the very first game here, we're up 2-0 now, 3-0, and there we go. Okay, cool. So now we're going up against the Houston Rockets. Who do they have on the squad? It's Amen Thompson, Jaylen Brown, Kyle Kuzma, Jabari Smith Jr., and DeAndre Ayton still there at the 5. All right, let's get into it, man. We win the very first game here. We are tied 1-1 now, down 2-1. Bro, come on now, man. Don't do this to me, man. All right, what can we do here? We're going to take away minutes from Jackson Hayes. That's totally fine because Trey Murphy is like our 3-4. So I think we're good on that. They want to bench Herb Jones for Dave Conley. What is he doing, man? Per 36 is 12, 6, and 5. Okay. Herb Jones is, I mean, it's not going to show up in the stats, bro. He's just not that type of guy, but he is shooting horrendously, bro. He really is. How's Dave Conley in terms of defense? If he's solid, then I'll probably roll with them. He's A+ perimeter defense, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, Herb, but we got to do it, my boy. We are going to start Dave Conley. Let's go ahead and just roll with that, as we need to shorten some of these minutes here. I know that these guys are on fire, but like, bro, we need to get some more minutes for Zion for sure, Brandon Ingram for sure, and Trae Young for sure as well. Okay, man. Is that going to be enough to win this thing? Let's go ahead and find out as we simulate. What is this, game number 4 here? 2-2. Okay. 2-3. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do this to me. Do not do this to me, man. If we end up losing this, I know we won our championship, but I'm going to have a really bad taste in my mouth for this, because we should have been making the finals every single year, honestly. Let's go ahead and do it like that here. And hopefully that is enough. We're going to go ahead and just simcast this thing, man. Can we force a game 7? Let's go ahead and find out, as we got absolutely demolished that first quarter. Okay, we're starting to bounce back a little bit, but bro, we really are going to lose this thing. That's so crazy to me. I'm not going to lie. This is a bit of a disappointment. It's the Houston Rockets winning with Amen Thompson. Shout out to him, I guess, man. But we definitely should have done better. We should have won more than one championship. We still accomplished this challenge. I mean, we got a title, so that's cool. But I feel like we could have done more, man. Either way, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. 80% of y'all watching these videos are not subscribed. So if y'all could hit that button, it really mean a lot to me, man, as I continue to try to grow this channel. I am on my grind, posting every single weekday and doing a lot of rebuilds. Now that we have the playoffs going on in real life, anytime a team is eliminated, I'm going to be doing a realistic rebuild such as this one. So yeah, man, make sure to subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. This has been 2KJ. Blessings.